Thank you, Senator Reed. And I want to say a special thank you to Small Business Majority for being here today to talk about this very important economic report. I am very proud of the work that I did hand in glove with local communities to advocate for the creation of two new national monuments in New Mexico. The Rio Grande del Norte National Monument in Taos County, northern New Mexico, that was designated in 2013, and the Organ Mountains Desert Peaks National Monument in southern New Mexico in 2014. I would encourage you to look at these two landscapes. I think it's pretty self-evident why they're so special to my constituents. And I would point out that these are your lands. And one of the reasons why I printed these two photos is because these are public lands that belong to the entire nation. And I would encourage all of you to come and visit. They are truly spectacular. I was meeting with somebody who was visiting New Mexico recently, and they said, I'm going to be in Taos, where should I go hike? And I said, you know, a lot of people love to hike up in the mountains, but I would encourage you to go to this bridge over the Rio Grande Gorge, and then hike south along the rim of the Rio Grande Gorge, and watch the cliff on the other side, because you will see one of the most spectacular bighorn sheep herds in the country. And sure enough, I heard afterwards that they were not disappointed. And typically when you make that hike, you see soaring golden eagles, bald eagles that are hunting along the river as well. It's truly a spectacular landscape. But as the Small Business Majority has pointed out, these are also incredibly important developments for local small business. And in looking at Taos, the year after the designation, the Taos area saw a 40% increase in visitors. They saw a 21% increase in their lodgers tax revenue, and they saw an 8.3% increase in gross receipts revenue from the accommodations and food service sector. So this proves once again that while these lands belong to all of us, to all of you, as well as to all of my constituents, it is our local communities that get to benefit from the economic activity that happens as a result of these designations. And so I'm excited and want to thank Renee Frank for being here today from Las Cruces. She's a member of the Las Cruces Green Chamber of Commerce to talk about their local economy. Almost 2 years into the Organ Mountains Desert Peaks designation, local businesses in the Las Cruces and Mesilla areas are using this new monument in their promotional materials. They're fielding questions from customers and visitors, and they're introducing new products directly related to the monument. I want to thank Small Business Majority for highlighting this important activity. And their report, as you will hear, shows that the 11 national monuments that have been designated by this president to protect their natural resources, their historical and their cultural resources, have created $156 million in brand new economic activity, as well as creating 1,820, almost 2,000 new jobs that didn't exist before. Visitors who travel to these new national monuments for their incredible outdoor recreation opportunities, their history and their culture, bring these tourism dollars to our local communities. These new visitors are great for local companies that specialize in sporting gear, in guiding visitors in their newfound hiking, hunting, and fishing adventures, and they fill beds in hotels and they eat at local restaurants. I know that in my home state of New Mexico, our public lands are major drivers of our tourism industry. Outdoor recreation alone accounts for $6.1 billion annually in consumer spending in a state of only 2 million people. It's also directly responsible for 68,000 jobs in a state of only 2 million people. The President's National Monument designations put two places on the map, literally. And it will be communities like Taos and Cuesta, Mesilla, and Las Cruces that will now be destinations for visitors from around the country and around the world. So I have no doubt that future generations will be grateful for the extensive efforts of these broad local coalitions, for the local small businesses who made this possible, and these national monuments will continue to protect those resources but also preserve our local economies.